Oh, hello, hello, hello. I don't know how I did that. Hold on. Ah! There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday. Right, I think I'm just gonna go straight into it. I am gonna have to do it like this. Cool, okay, so. Excellent, I can see that my chat is showing up. It's really small, but do you know what? Whatever. We'll just have to deal with it. Professor Layton, baby. Okay, this is the hard part. No. No. Okay. No. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. We did it. I tried to do this earlier and it was hell. It was really, really hard. I'm gonna try and play this through with my stylus.
The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see... Huh? I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute?
I don't know how much of this is voice acted, so I'm gonna try and stay, like, quiet for the voice acting portions.
Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity.
My hope is that, like, most of it is gonna happen on the bottom screen, because I don't have any way to, like, swap the two screens over. So I guess we'll find out.
But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away.
R.I.P. legend.
Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple.
Naturally.
But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed.
Oh my god, it's just like One Piece.
It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until its mention in the will.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death.
I'm playing the American version because I couldn't find a version of the European one that actually worked, and I don't remember if they used different voice actors, so...
What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
It certainly sounds like you two would have gotten along, Professor. By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow?
Golden apple?
Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem, yet its identity remains elusive.
Oh my god, it really is the One Piece.
But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery. Something huge.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition acting up again, Professor?
Well, our first step is getting to town.
This is all so exciting. I hope St. Mystere is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective, Herschel Layton.
Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective.
I have a doctorate in archaeology, Luke.
Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation. It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
So he's been hired as a private investigator, which does make him a detective.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request, huh?
Ah?
Oh, well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
If you say so, Professor.
We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions.
So, every Layton game starts with a puzzle. We're going to be coming up to our first one now. It's sort of meant to be kind of more like a feeler puzzle to help you sort of ease into what the game's going to be like. There's no difficulty settings, so usually the number of, well, I'll say when we get to it.
You got it. What in the... What's this?
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village.
Why wouldn't you have done that before leaving?
She wants to see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune. Care to give it a go, Luke?
I will do my best. A puzzle like this should be a snap for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton.
Very well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
Alright, first puzzle. So, every puzzle has a number. I don't remember how many puzzles there are in the game. And every puzzle has a worth, like a pickerat's worth. The more times you get it wrong, the lower you get, like the less pickerats you get. And the higher the number of total pickerats that you can get, the harder the puzzle. So 10, I think the lowest it goes is 10, and the highest it goes is like maybe 40? My village is on a road that leads to no other towns. I look forward to seeing you there. Use your stylus to draw a circle around the right village, then touch submit. Okay. There you go, draw a circle in one stroke. Once you've circled it, touch submit. My village is on a road that leads to no other towns. So this one. So this one, there's one here, and then another here, and this one there's one here, and then another here, but this one is the only one on its road. And they get harder.
Well, here's my guess. Layton's apprentice saves the day.
Yeah, they get harder. That was like very much here, get used to the game. That's correct. The only town that isn't connected by roads to another town is the one in the upper left area of the map. Looks like you're ready to start all ready to start solving puzzles.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor, do you mean to say you already figured out the town's location?
Oh, there you go.
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance. Anyhow, you'd best gather your things, Luke. We've arrived.
There we go. Yeah, that looks stable. With that massive hole in the middle. Interesting. It appears that this drawbridge is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the outside. What should we do, Professor? Oh, look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. Tap an area to investigate, so it wants us to... So, there are... I don't think we can actually get them yet. There are hidden puzzles, which I think this is going to struggle with. There you go. Are you saying you want to go home then? Yeah, I don't think we can get them right now, so we'll just go with the story. Good day, sir. We'd very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please drop the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go dropping the bridge for a bunch of fancy-looking outsiders? Says Franco. You've got a lot of nerve. We received a letter of invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia? Well then, I'd sure like to lower the bridge for you, Mr. Fancy Pants. But the engine's busted, and I can only move this blasted bridge with a hand crank. There's all these infernal slots I could put the crank in, but I got no clue which one to use. So, smart guy, you got any idea which one is the right one? There we go, so this one's slightly harder. There's no way to lower the bridge and get across without inserting the crank into the correct slot. Choose the slot below that fits the crank shown... Choose the slot that fits the crank shown below. There we go. So... Can't be this one, because it's a 5-sided shape, so it's definitely not 3. I think it's 1, looking at it. I don't think it's 2, because that's on the top at the point. I'm pretty sure it's 1. He will tell us if we've got it wrong, though.
There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Yes, indeed. Nice job. Now drop that bridge. That'll do. Hold on a second. I'll let her down. They all have, a lot of the characters have, like, speech quirks, I guess. I'm gonna say it again, I just don't feel right about letting outsiders into Saint Mystere. But if you're Lady Dahlia's guest, I guess I'd better. At least give her my regards, you hear? There you go. It's just like Homestuck, oh god. Yes, we've finally arrived at Saint Mystere. I'm so excited. I wonder what mysteries await us here. Well, Luke, we'll find out soon enough. Just be careful not to let your excitement cloud your ability to analyze your surroundings. I say, Luke, this is a perfect time to explain how to move about during our investigation. Give that shoe-shaped icon in the lower right portion of the touchscreen a tap with your stylus. After you do this, a set of arrows will appear on the screen. Tap one to head in that direction. So remember, when you want to move, just tap the shoe. Go on then, give it a try. Okay, there's a lot happening here. And I don't think we can pick up hint coins yet. I wonder if that inn gets many guests out here in the country. Sometimes if you tap it twice, someone else will have something to say. Okay. Oh, hello. Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to St. Mystere, where our local export is the puzzle. Oh, before I forget, you should know that every time you solve a puzzle, you earn a set number of pickerats. The more pickerats a puzzle is worth, the tougher the puzzle will be. They say lovely things happen when you gather enough pickerats. Imagine that, a reward for solving puzzles. For practice, try this little riddle that your hat reminds me of. Think good and hard before you answer. Strange hats. This is another easy one. These four top hats are all the same height, but the length of each brim is different. In other words, the hats are equally tall but vary in width. One of these four hats has a brim and a height that are the same length. Which hat is it? It's not B. I'm pretty sure it's A. Up here, we have hints. I think you can get 3 hints, and each hint costs a single coin? Might be more than that. You think it's C? Yeah, maybe it is. Go on then, we'll go for C. It's either C or A. It's definitely not B. But it's not going to be D either, because that's just absurd.
That should do it.
It was in fact not C.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
Too bad, look at things again. You're just a worm. Yeah, so now the number that we get has gone down.
Luke, here's my answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
That's right, this is a very famous optical illusion. An optical illusion is a visual phenomenon where your eyes perceive things differently than they actually are. There are dozens of known optical illusions. What's the world coming to when you can't even trust your own eyes? Oh, bravo! I think you've got the hang of this. If you try your options one by one, you'll eventually find the answer. However, you'll also encounter lots of puzzles that can't be solved by simply trying all the answers. If you answer incorrectly, the pickerats you can earn from a puzzle decrease. Tough stuff, hmm? It goes to show you how important it is to think for yourself and find the answer on your own. Well then, best of luck to you two. I'll be rooting for you two. Okay. How'd you say that? Oh, Stashin? His name is Stashin because he has a stash. Yeah, what a dandy set of fellows you two are. Must be new to St. Mystere, eh? The name's Stashin Scarfin, and I've got some advice for you. He sure does have a stash and scarf. Go tap that barrel back there with your stylus. Don't ask questions, just do it. This one. There we go. Yeah, felt good, didn't it? Around these parts, that's what we call a hint coin. When you find yourself up against a doozy of a puzzle, you'll want a hint. Trust me on this one, fellows. And it's just those times when you'll want to use a hint coin to purchase a hint. I bet you think puzzles will be a breeze now, eh? Think again. There are a limited number of hint coins in this world, so don't go wasting coins on any old riddles. Because if you do, when you come across a real stumper, you'll be sorry. Real sorry. Mind you, hint coins won't always be stuffed inside barrels. Check any object that seems suspicious. Got all that? Good, be seeing you round. Okay, and he is left. There we go. The best way to do this really is just to sort of like... double tap like anywhere you think there might be a hint coin. She's still here. It's important to think things out for yourself. Keep at it. Okay. Cool. Let's go back and see if we can find any more hint coins. It's amazing, Professor. Saint Messier appears to be surrounded by thick forest on all sides. Indeed it does. But enough talk of the trees, we should head over to meet Lady Dahlia now. Is it going to force me back into the town? Okay. I've been thinking, Professor, shouldn't we be keeping a record of our investigation? You've brought up a very good point, Luke. Let me explain how to go about saving your game. Fourth wall break there. First, tap your stylus on the trunk in the upper right corner of the touchscreen. This trunk contains all manner of information that you can access by tapping the icons. Touch the icon marked Save to save your game. Tap the journal icon to read over notes about our adventure in Saint Mestier. Next we have the puzzle index icon. Tap it to view all the puzzles you've encountered. Puzzles you've solved have a check next to them. Puzzles you've seen but haven't solved are blank. You can retry any puzzles you've solved from this screen. To retry puzzles that you haven't solved yet, you must return to the actual site of the puzzle. Don't be afraid to use the items in the trunk to help our investigation. It'll be second nature soon enough. Enough explanation for now, let's make our way to Reinhold Manor. An arrow marks our path. An arrow marks our path on the map, so all we need to do is head in the correct direction. Lead the way, Professor. Chapter 1, Reinhold Manor awaits. Make your way to Reinhold Manor on the east side of town. We will save, and we will save in slot number 1. Might as well. Okay, so that flashing arrow at the top there is telling us where to go to find the... go for our suitcase. Puzzle index, I think if you... I don't know what that means. I think if you redo a puzzle, I don't think you earn more Picarats for doing it right first time. Because obviously you're gonna know the answer now.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Yeah, you don't earn anything. Okay. Right. Let's do the journal first. Lady Dahlia's letter. The most fascinating letter found its way to me the other day. It came from me to one Lady Dahlia, widow to Baron Augustus Reinhold. Her letter details how an unusual object, known only as the Golden Apple, is to decide how her late husband's fortune is split up. The entire matter sounds terribly interesting, and I've arranged for Luke to accompany me on a visit to Saint Mestier, the site of the whole incident. Okay. That's what we've got so far. And then in the mysteries, we have the golden apple. The late Baron Reinhold hid this item in Saint Mystere just before dying and has promised the whole of his fortune to the one who finds it. No one has any clue about what the golden apple might be or where it's hidden. So yeah, here we have a whole, what is that, 10 mysteries that you'll solve throughout the game. And I think the first mystery is usually the last you solve. That clock tower is rather worse for the wear. Speaking of clocks, I've got just a puzzle for you. Admittedly, it concerns a more modern type of clock, but never mind that minor detail. Puzzle 5. Oh, it's a 50, okay. Pick her out to go quite a bit higher than I was expecting. Imagine a digital clock like the one shown below. How many times will the clock display 3 or more of the same number in a row over the course of one day? In case you're wondering, the clock in this puzzle displays on a 12-hour scale, not on military time. So 12-hour, not 24. Now, I think we should be able to... yeah, cool. So we can... So we know it'll hit 111 and 222, 333, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Oh, that's a 0. And now it's a 5. It's not going to display 666. Nor 777, 888, 999. 10. 3 or more of the same number in a row. I guess it, like, 10 o'clock is... It depends if they're counting to 0. 11, 11. And 12, 22. How's that sound? That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'd show it 8 times. How do we feel about that? Does that sound right? 3 or more of the same number in a row. So when it hits 1 o'clock, it just goes back. Oh, is it going to be double? Because it's just going to go back to that. I suppose midnight was 000 as well. That's 9. So from midday, it would then go back to 1. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then midnight. 16. Here, are you still here? This is more maths than my small brain is capable of handling. I'm feeling like it might be 16. If we start from midnight... Yeah. If we start from midnight, midnight is 1. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'll go back again. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? 17? Oh no, because it won't show that again. It will only show 12:22 once. I'm thinking it's going to be 16. It's only 12 hours, yeah, so it's not on military time. Not 24. So if the clock starts at midnight, which is quadruple zero, and then it goes to 1:11, 2:22, 3:33, 4:44, 5:55. It won't do 6:66 or 7:77 or 8:88, 9:09, but from 10 and then 11. Oh shit, yeah, all of like the minutes from... Do you think this includes midnight, or do you think it just goes back to 12? And then 12... and then it goes, resets. This is the evening now, so 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. You know, I don't think it's going to include that, because I think 24-hour is military, isn't it? So it would show this one twice. Because when it goes 555, 666, 777, 888, 999, 10, 11, and then 12. Whoop. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. So I don't think it would show the zeros, because otherwise then you'd have to include... Shall we try it? We'll try this. And if it's not this, then it's 16 plus 9.
How does this sound?
Okay, it's
I'm
not
so
16.
embarrassed.
Are you sure you haven't forgotten a few possible combinations? Also, don't forget that you need to double your total to account for both AM and PM. So what is that, 25? 16 plus 9, 25?
How does this sound?
That's not right either.
I've let you down, Professor.
Why would it be 50? Right. 2, 3, 4. Might have been. 9. Oh, wait. 11, 10. 11, 11. 11, 12. 11, 13. 11, 14. Oops. 11, 15. 11, 16. 11, 17. 11, 18. And 11, 19. And then 12. Oh, Christ, there's so much to go into this. Right, hold on. I'm gonna get an actual piece of paper to write this all out. Okay, I have a piece of paper. So, if we start at midnight, and then 1 minute passed, 2 minutes passed, 3 minutes passed, 4 minutes passed, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. No 6, no 7, no 8, no 9, 10. Okay, 11, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 11, 13, 11, 14, 11, 15, 11, 16, 11, 17, 11, 18, and 11, 19. And then 12, 22. And then 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, and then 10. And then okay, and then when it hits 12 again, that resets it to midnight. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. I think... Let's find out.
Well, here's my guess.
God damn it.
I've let you down, Professor.
Okay, this is it. We're doing hints. Need to double the number of times you found to account for AM and PM. Mm-hmm. So does it not start at 0? So if it doesn't start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 times 2 is 34.
How does this sound?
I would hate to have to look up the answer. Okay, there we go. It doesn't start at 0, apparently.
Apprentice saves the day.
Very good. A series of three or more of the same digit appears 34 times over the course of 24 hours. See the chart above for details. It's easy enough to spot times like 111 or 222, but many people forget the combinations like 10 or 1112. Okay, sure. How bizarre. Precisely the answer I was looking for, Luke. Well done, my boy. I hope to never have to do that puzzle ever again. Yeah. Something very curious about that tower. Nice. Oh, hello. I'm Percy, St. Myster's own unofficial writer-in-residence. Reinhold Manor, you ask? Head up that road to the right. It's immense, so you'll know it when you see it. But before you go, why not try your hand at this puzzle I've thought up? See if you can figure out which house is mine from the instructions I give you. I'll even sweeten the deal for you. If you manage to solve this puzzle, I'll tell you about this village. So how about it? You will try, won't you? After all, a writer is nothing without an audience. Sure, dude, nothing could possibly be as bad as that clock one. Can you find my house? Go out the front door of my place and turn left. At the first intersection you come across, take a right. Turn right again at the following intersection and you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Okay, so sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So it should be facing this side. Go out the front door of my place and turn left. At the first intersection you come across, take a right. Okay, so it can't be that one. Turn left. Turn right again, and you'll come face to face, so it can't be that one. Left, right, can't be that one. Left, right. Right. Oh, it's this one. I think it's this one, but we'll try here as well, just in case. So, left, right, yeah. One.
Luke, here's my answer.
That was so kind. Oh, it's...
Ah, I suppose I thought wrong.
God damn it. It would be an awful lot of work to try check the directions from the doorstep of each house. If you end up facing the morning sun, you'll be facing east. No, my picker-rats. Right. Come out here. You go left. And then you go right. And then you go right. Can't go right there, so it can't be anyone that's facing this way. This one. Take a left. Take a right, take a right. Take a left. Right. Take a right. Am I going the wrong way? Is it this one? If I'm facing this way, I take a left. And I take a right, and I take a right. It's that one. I don't know my lefts or my rights.
Luke, here's my answer.
God damn it!
Oh,
I should be shot.
How embarrassing.
Wait. Have I got the wrong direction? North, south, east is this side, isn't it?
Luke, here's my answer.
There we go.
Critical thinking is the key
I don't know
to
how
success.
to read a clock. I don't know my left from my right. That's right, this is a problem where working backwards gets the job done fastest. It takes far too long to check each house individually. Yeah, who would do that? Impressive. I thought I'd set out quite the puzzle, but you made short work of it. Now for that gossip I promised you. The Reinhold family owns all of the land this village is built upon. I hear they own all the buildings too. I guess you could say this town sort of belongs to the Reinholds. Well, I'll be on my way now, but rest assured, the next time we meet, I'll have a harder puzzle for you. Hi Dee, how are you doing? You just missed what is like truly the most embarrassing puzzle solving of my life. I bet we can get to the tower through this door. But, Professor, isn't Lady Dahlia expecting us now? Buzzkill? Professor, look at that man standing in the street. He's blocking the path up to Reinhold Manor. How terribly rude. Oh, oof. Perhaps he'll move for us, but I have a feeling he has no intention of doing anything of the sort. Look at the size of this path. Just go around him. Shouldn't we be on our way to Reinhold Manor? They're like pointing at him. What's wrong with him, Professor? He's just standing, he's like drinking a coffee and checking his watch. Hold up! Never seen you two here before. What's a couple of fresh faces like yourselves doing here? We're here by invitation of the Reinholds. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business through the gate. Business with the Reinholds, is that so? Something strange here. Yeah, you're a fishy pair, I don't trust you, that's for sure, but I'll let you pass if you can solve this riddle, see? Just to warn you, it's a tough one. Isn't gonna be easy, is it? No way, definitely not gonna be easy. I forgot how much reading is in this game. Here we have 8 small weights that all look the same. However, one of the weights in the group is slightly lighter than the rest. Using this scale 2 times, can you figure out which of the weights is lighter than the rest? So, which weight is the light one? Load the weights you want to measure onto the scale with your stylus. When you've finished arranging the weights, press the red button to weigh them. If both sides stay level, that means the loads on both sides of the scale are of equal weight. Once you've found the right weight, place it in the answer area and tap submit. Okay, I think you do it like this. So this lot is lighter. But then it's 50-50? I want to say it changes every time as well. Okay.
There we go.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Every puzzle has an answer.
That's right. To solve this puzzle with no guesswork, you must load 3 weights on each side of the scale for your first measurement. If you manage to get that far, the rest is easy. Oh, 3 on each side? Hey, not half bad. Pretty sharp bunch, aren't ya? Here are good sharp apples, the two of you. So, have we satisfied you? May we pass now? Of course you can pass. Move along, and you better make sure to give my regards to Lady Dahlia. I don't think we've missed any. Ooh. The garden's big, but there's not much to look at here. I'm looking for hint coins, Luke. I'd wager this stream connects to the river outside. Wow, can you imagine living in such a massive place? And just who might you be? My name is Layton, and this is my assistant. We received an invitation to visit Reinhold Manor. Ah, yes, yes. Oh, hoo hoo. What the fuck? Yeah, it does. We've all been expecting you, Professor Layton. But, oh hoo hoo, you'll have to excuse my skepticism. Can't trust anyone these days, you know. For all I know, you could just be another hoo hoo hooligan in a top hat. Hoo hoo. Hoo. One of us is an owl in disguise. So how do I know you're the real Layton? Did you hear that, Professor? The nerve of this fellow. Surely you aren't going to go through with this. Surely you aren't going to go through with this after an insult like that. Now, Luke, settle down. Sir, are you saying that you'd like to test me to see if I am the real Professor Layton? No, D, please. Precisely, Professor Layton. Now, if you don't mind, would you please solve this puzzle for me? Wolves and chicks. I was thinking about this one the other day. Get the 3 wolves and 3 chicks seen below to the other side of a river while obeying the following conditions. No more than 2 animals can ride the raft at the same time. There must be at least 1 animal on the raft in order for it to move. If more wolves than chicks stay on either side of the river, the wolves will eat the chicks and you'll have to start over. You can move the raft as many times as you like, but this feat can be accomplished in as few as 11 moves. I was thinking about it the other day. Load animals onto the raft by dragging them over with the stylus. The raft can carry a maximum of 2 animals at once. When your raft holds one or more animals, slide your stylus to move it to the opposite shore. A raft can't move without at least one animal on board. Okay.
There
Like
we
that?
go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go silent there.
Another puzzle solved.
I didn't mean to go silent there, whoops. Well done, this puzzle can be solved in as few as 11 trips. How many trips did it take you? Fun fact time, there are several variations of this type of river crossing puzzle, and they've appeared in writings dating back to over 1,000 years ago. I was deep in the... lost in the puzzle source. Do excuse my earlier rudeness. Let me show you to the manor. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone? I was under the impression that Lady Dahlia was the only person expecting me. Right this way, please. We are missing one then, aren't we? Let's have a look. Oh no, we're not. We're not. We're alright. Is this the manor, Professor? It's positively gigantic. Just look at the size of it. It certainly seems like we've come to the right place. I'm trying to play this with my graphics tablet, and sometimes it's just not registering that I am tapping it. There we go. Yay! Chapter 1 solved. In only an hour. The Professor and Luke finally arrive at Reinhold Manor. Reinhold? Let's head in, shall we? Yes, sir. Wow, can you... Oh. You already said that. Okay. So no hint coins? Okay. Welcome to Reinhold Manor. Thank you for coming. I am Matthew, butler and servant to the Reinhold family. So no head. Everyone is waiting upstairs for you. So no he jumps and breaks a skateboard. I'm glad we're all on the same. Ah, but before you go, I have a message from Lady Dahlia. She has requested that you take a look at this puzzle. Please do not be taken aback. Madam has the strangest sense of propriety sometimes. Go on, try moving the match. You can't tell me what to do. Okay. Is this the one about making the dead dog? Yes, it is. The matches below are arranged in the shape of a dog. This poor little guy was just minding his own business when a car came barreling down the road and ran him over. Move 2 matches to change the picture so that it shows the dog after the accident. All puzzles are a matter of perspective, so don't assume that you'll be looking at the dog from the side by the time you're finished with this one. This is kind of mean. I think that's right. Pancake, yeah. Virai. Flat.
That should do it.
Okay, thank God.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
As is being hit by a car, apparently. The car flattened the poor dog. Let this be a lesson to be aware of your surroundings when driving. Yeah, it's the driver's fault there. That's absolutely correct. My commendations, sir. Again, I do apologise for the strangeness of the request. Now, please walk this way. We mustn't keep Lady Dahlia and company waiting. 9. Are we missing 8? No, I don't. Okay, yeah, we're missing 8, so I think 8 might actually be somewhere in this room. Cool. Nice. Ah. Professor, look at the paintings on the wall here. That's a dead man. Very nice portrait, isn't it? I bet that's the late Baron Reinhold pictured there. But what about this one, Professor? Who could this pretty girl be? The two portraits are next to each other, so they're likely family. She's probably the Baron's daughter. That's exactly right, sir. You are looking at a portrait of Flora, the late Baron's daughter. Flora was always one of my faves. Pardon me for asking, but I couldn't help but notice your keen interest in art. Would you care to take this old frame with you? It used to hold the most wonderful painting. However, now all that's left of it is this small scrap. Painting scraps. So it begins. Painting option has been added to the trunk. You can assemble the fragments of the old painting here. Yeah, I'm like really pleased that they've made a comeback, to be honest. So this is a piece of that old painting then? How interesting. Okay, I don't know why... Oh. I don't know why I thought there was another puzzle down here. Bookshelves seem to line every wall of this estate. The Baron must have been quite the avid reader. It's important to keep your mind sharp, Luke, so why don't you give this puzzle a go? 10. Well, that's not good. We're still missing 8. Alright, here's a quick and easy one. The first letter of the alphabet is A, and the letter B comes after the letter A. However, the letter you need to worry about is the last one. What's the last letter of the alphabet? Here's a hint, it isn't Z. I hope that helps explain. Bet. I bet. And
I think I've got it.
that's like, you know when it was like,
Professor, I've solved it.
did you ever do the thing in school where you'd be like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, spell it, and then you're like IT? You said that by accident. The last letter in the word alphabet is the letter T. How did you like the puzzle, Luke? I hope it has prepared you for tackling more difficult puzzles. You should have given me that before the fucking clock puzzle, mate. Okay, it wasn't there, so we will go back. It might be out here somewhere? I don't like that I'm missing a puzzle. Okay, fine, whatever. Accept defeat, we're not gonna find it. In the town, maybe? Yeah, I mean, there was another direction that we didn't go. So you're gonna give me another one, are you? Or are you just gonna talk shit? I'm dreaming up new puzzles right now. You can't force the creative process, you know? Okay. Okay. Oh well. Granny will find it. If we don't find it, Granny will find it. Maybe. I think he gave us 7. And they do usually happen in order. Let's try talking to him. Please make your way to the 2nd floor. Oh. Granny will find it. We can go pester Granny later. Same.
Oh?
Also same.
Oh, you must be Professor Layton, I presume. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Oh no, the pleasure's all mine.
Oh no.
Oh, no!
Luke,
What are you doing? Come back, sweetie!
Hey, thanks for the follow. Honestly, why am I constantly surrounded by incompetence? This is a disaster. Whatever is the matter? Oh, this is simply terrible. My dear sweet baby, my Claudia. Your Claudia? Sweet, sweet Claudia, my little honeykins, my smoochy pie, my baby. Matthew! Right, okay, woof. This is a lot of information in one go. Look, there's a puzzle hidden here, Professor. Oh, hydrate. Okay, hydrate or dihydrate. Puzzle number... Does that say puzzle number 110? Am I going insane? Stretch, good god. Okay. Kit, you can stop redeeming it. I'm stretching. There you go, you hear that? And hydrate, oh my god. Puzzle 110, I guess. The Vanishing Cube. Many stretches, yeah. So many. Oh god. On the table below are 4 cubes made up of matches. Can you change 4 cubes to 3 by moving a single match? Oh god, I don't remember how you do this one. Oh, it's okay. So I know it's this. It's this match. So how do I resume like this? Middle back. This game really likes matches. I fucking love matches.
Well, here's my guess. Layton's apprentice saves the day.
The strike of cold fear I get in my chest when they don't do the smiling. Brilliant! Moving a single matchstick completely changes your perspective on the shape. Was it difficult thinking about things in 3D? What? Look at this man in the top screen. Why do he look like that? Piece of cake. Now let's go find more puzzles. He is creeping. Alright, okay. Okay, let's start with you. The name's Simon. I'm Baron Reinhold's nephew. My father is the little brother of Gordon there. Or rather, he was until he kicked the bucket, as they say. But I digress. You're the famous Professor Layton? I thought you'd have more presents. Well, never mind that. I take it you won't mind it if I throw a puzzle your way. Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks? Oh my god. Shouldn't prove difficult for a man of your ability. Yes, if you're as good as they say, this shouldn't amount to much more than a distraction. Alvin! Oh look, there's 11. So I guess that was 110 that we just did. No! No! Oh no. Okay. As shown in the diagram below, you have 1/4 of a circle. Within this circle is a rectangle ABCD, which touches the edge of the circle at point D. Assuming that point B is located at the centre of the circle, how long is diagonal line AC? Yeah? I mean, we're in like Saint Mystère, so it's like if there's ever going to be a place for it. Maths is not my strong suit. Oh, but it's gonna be like slightly longer than that, right? Because I wonder if it's just gonna be 10 inches. So we know that like this side is 10. But this A, because this is a right angle, so these are the same. Oh god. Assuming that point B is located at the center of the circle, so that's this bit that we're talking about here. How long is diagonal line AC? Okay, hold on. So if it's at the center, the distance from A to C is the same as the distance from B to D. And the distance from the center to the edge is 10 inches. Because it's a circle, so like it doesn't really matter where you go. This line is always going to be 10 inches. And because it makes a full square, A to C is 10 inches, so it's another optical illusion. Please don't ask me to write inches.
There we go.
Oh, thank God.
Another puzzle solved.
I had genuine fear there. Righto! Diagonal line AC is the exact same length as the diagonal line BD. BD is the same length as the radius of a circle, so once you've figured that out, the only thing left to do is add 5 and 5. I win. I'm a winner. I passed my maths GCSE. Ho ho! It appears that you're the real deal, Professor. I apologise for doubting you there. Seems you've quite the mind for puzzles. A lesser man than myself might consider jealousy to be a reasonable response. Anyhow, you're not going to get a word out of Dahlia right now, so you might as well do as she says. Okay. Gordon? You're Professor Layton, yes? My name is Gordon. I'm among those who requested your services. I'd like to explain our situation further, but right now it's probably best to do as Lady Dahlia says. Alright, no puzzle from him. I'll talk to Matthew. Madam, what is it? What in the world happened? My little Claudia got scared and ran off. Didn't you see her dart out of the room? I must have missed her. I'm terribly sorry, madam. Oh, you're just useless, aren't you? Professor, you didn't see which way my baby ran off to, did you? Your baby, madam? If you're referring to that white cat, I saw it run out that door a moment ago. What? And you simply stood there and let her escape? Well, she is a cat. They are animals after all, and animals must run around from time to... You fool! She is not just a cat. She has a name, and that name is Claudia Reinhold. She's a delicate flower, and she's simply a mess when I'm not close by to comfort her. Alright. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for the lurk. Elves on Earth. I love that. Matthew! I need you to find Claudia and bring her back immediately. About this little inheritance problem of yours, Lady Dahlia. That can wait. Can't you see we have a more pressing concern on our hands at the moment? Oh, nice. You could have stopped her and you didn't, so you have a responsibility to find Claudia and bring her back. Sending the professor off to find a silly cat. The nerve. Who do you think you are? It was, yes, I was right. Haha. Oh, it's fine, Luke. Besides, Lady Dahlia does have a point. It does seem we let Claudia run off. Claudia? Claudia. Madam, if you'll excuse us, we have a cat to track down. Thank you, and please hurry. My Claudia is such a delicate flower. Even the coarse outdoor air might prove too much for her. Alright, noise at the manor was added to my list of mysteries. The fugitive feline. Lady Dahlia's cat has escaped. Sent Mystere for the runaway feline. Yeah, go on. Right, okay. What we'll do is, let's have a look. Okay, so we have the painting. This is going to take a while to do because you pick the scraps up throughout the course of a whole series, I think, like throughout the course of the whole game. Touch a piece of the painting to go to a screen where you can place your selected piece. You can also enter the placement screen by tapping the yellow arrow at the top of the selection screen. Return to the selection screen from the placement screen at any time by tapping switch. Move pieces on the placement screen with your stylus. Grab the piece and circle that appears to slide the piece around. Excuse me? That was... If you touch a piece outside the circle, you can rotate the piece by drawing a circle with your stylus. Find all 20 pieces and reassemble the picture. When you put the whole painting back together, something good will happen. Okay. So we have a corner piece at the moment. I don't know how that's meant to look, so... We'll come back to that when we have more. Let's have a look at our mysteries. While the professor was meeting with Lady Dahlia, Reinhold Manor was rocked by a noise so loud it shook the walls of the mansion and scared off Claudia. What could the source of that noise be? And in our journal... Jason Claudia. A thunderous noise rang out during my conversation with Lady Dahlia. The din was so deafening that it caused her cat, Claudia, to run off. Losing her cat put Lady Dahlia in quite a temper, so we have taken on the rather irritating task of chasing a wayward feline. But enough of cats, just what was that noise? Okay, Why are you still here? My precious Claudia is out there alone. Go find her and bring her back at once. What's up? I do hope you bag that cat quickly. We didn't call you out here to track down lost pets, after all. Why are you still here? Do us all a favour and find that cat so we can discuss the inheritance. Alright, jeez. Alright. I'm terribly sorry, Professor. I will personally search the manor and the estate grounds. I feel dreadful asking, but would you mind taking a quick look around about the town to see if Claudia is there? Don't give it a second thought, my good man. We're on the case. Oh. Oh. That was easy. Professor, there she is. Hi. Drat, she ran off. We can't stop now. Let's give chase, Luke. Same. Cough, hack, hack. Blast, that burns. Looks like the engine blew out. The Vista St. Mystere, eh? The famed stomping ground of the late Baron Augustus Reinhold. Wonder what kind of tricks the old coot set up in this village before he shuffled off. Oh, Layton, you ridiculous dandy. Just you wait. All the treasure you seek will be mine. Okay. Oh, it's you, Mr. Please, call me Ramon? Raymond? Ramon? He looks kind of French. Oh, can I be of some assistance? As a matter of fact, yes, Ramon. Lady Dahlia's cat slipped out of the house. Have you seen her about? Do you mean dear Claudia? I think I saw her pass through here and run into town a few moments ago. If that's the case, I sure wish he'd bothered to catch her before she ran away. I'm ever so sorry, but I haven't seen Claudia since we last spoke. Okay. Which is fine. I am so sweaty. At least it's cooled down a bit today. Look, Professor! It's that man with the coffee from earlier. He's standing in the street again. Go give him a bollocking, Professor. You need something? You do, don't you? Yep, I could see it on your face. An open book is what you are. Excuse me, but you didn't happen to see Lady Dahlia's cat come through here a moment ago, did you? Ah, the fluffy white killer, yeah? I think she ran towards the town square. Yep, she went that way. I see, thank you. Think nothing of it, buddy. If only all questions were that easy to answer. Well then, I'll be off now. Who'd have thought he'd turn out to be such a nice guy? As Luke's like hiding around the corner. Professor! He's just standing there. Menacingly. Luke, he's drinking his coffee. He's on his break. Shall we head for the town square then? Indeed, let's be off. Hold on, let's take a look at what's behind the blue door. Yeah, it's rude to stare. Did you see it? That blue door over there appears to be open a crack. Care to take a look inside? I certainly do, but first... Fancy meeting you here again. Did you find the fluffy menace yet? No, didn't think so. A door that's unlocked? Don't mind if I do. Look here, my boy. This extinguished candle has reminded me of a simply wonderful puzzle. Okay. How many are left? Okay, hold on. 10 candles stand burning in a dining room. A strong breeze blows in through an open window and extinguishes 2 of them. Checking back on the candles later, you see that one more candle has gone out. Make sure no more flames go out, you shut the window. Assuming the wind doesn't extinguish any more candles, how many candles do you have left in the end? Look at this dude. Oh, he's like hanging out with another guy as well. I never noticed that before.
How does this sound?
Shit.
I've let you down,
Oh
Professor.
shit, wait, I did it the wrong way around. No, my picarats. I did it the wrong way around.
I think I've got it. Layton's apprentice saves the day.
I certainly did. That's correct. The 7 candles that managed to stay lit will melt down completely. The only candles that remain in the end are the 3 that were extinguished by the wind and therefore stay intact. Layton sees an open door and he's like, is this an invitation? Excellent work, my boy. Sometimes it's important to consider the obvious too. Delving too deep into the implied can cause misconceptions. Did we just eat that candle? Where did it go? Nice. A tasty snack. Okay. Why are we here? There's something I find very charming about this chair. Oh, that reminds me, Luke. Have you heard this one before? Which chair? A new multi-purpose event hall has been built in the center of your town. It will be used for everything from concerts to sporting events to conventions. With the hall complete, it's time to order the chairs. 5 chair designs labelled A through E are being considered, but of all the designs, only one chair is completely suitable for the auditorium. Which chair is it? Concerts, sporting events to conventions. Okay, well my first instinct was like a fold-up chair, but none of these look like they're foldable. It's not going to be C, it's not going to be D. With the hall complete, it's time to order chairs. 5 chair designs labelled A through E are being considered, but of all the designs, only one chair is completely suitable for the auditorium. I'm leaning towards E. Because, like, the wooden one is impractical. I'm leaning towards E. It's not C, it's not D, it's probably not A. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna say E.
I think I've got it.
Oh, it is. Nice. I was thinking, well, it doesn't have any arms. Oh, it's about stackability, of course. That's right, of all the designs, only E can be stacked upon itself. In a hall like the one described, each event requires a different number of seats, and thus a change in seating arrangement. The storability of E makes it the best chair for the job. I was just thinking, like, it doesn't have any arms, and so, like, that means you can, like, row them up. As many as you want. Well done, I suppose this puzzle was too easy for you, my boy. Oh, painting scrap. Ooh. Right, why did we come in here? Hey, you two, help me out here, would you? I'm in a real pickle. What seems to be the problem, sir? Some knucklehead went and raised the bridge while I was on break. Professor, he's turned around! Luke, for God's sakes, I'm gonna put you in therapy. What's wrong with you, boy? Then, as if that wasn't bad enough, the chowderhead made off with my only bridge crank. Oh dear, so you mean to say... You got it, buddy. Until that thing shows up, no one is getting in or out of town. Still looking for the blasted crank, but I'm seeing too much red to get anything else done. What kind of punk pulls a prank like this anyhow? Oh yeah. I found this doodad in the street when I was out looking for my crank. Got any idea what it is? Strange gizmo. The gizmos option has been added to the menu. Touch the trunk to open it, then tap the gizmos icon. From here, try to assemble the various mechanical parts you've gathered around the town. Have I? Have I gathered them around around the town? Yeah. Just what are you constructing, you ask? That's a secret. Doggy! Yeah, exactly. Mysteries. Crank. Someone has stolen the crank that controls St. Myster's drawbridge, the sole portal in and out of town. Until the crank is recovered, there is no way to leave town. Why would someone want to steal a drawbridge crank? Oh, that's not right, is it? There we go. We'll leave it like that for now. Okie doke. I'm still looking for the blasted crank, but I'm seeing too much red to get anything done. What kind of... Okay, yeah. Oh! Hi sir, sorry to just barge into your house. Oh, it's the town hall, that's fine then. This is the town hall. What business do you have here? If you just moved to town, I strongly advise that you fill out a change of address form. Oh no, we aren't here for anything like that. Regardless, all town hall visitors must complete the proper forms. You can start with this one. It's a puzzle. Triangles and ink. How many triangles are there? Okay, cool. Alright. Here are two shapes, one large and one small. Each is made up of little triangles. Dipping your fountain pen into the ink one time gives you just enough ink to draw 4 little triangles as depicted by the shape on the left. With that in mind, how many times do you have to dip your pen in the ink in order to draw the shape on the right that is made up of 36 triangles? Like an escape room puzzle? Yeah. It's just 36 divided by 4, right? Oh. 9? That seem right? So... that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. 7. 8. 9. Although, okay, right, hold on. So let's say that he drew... because there's gonna be some that he doesn't... that you don't have to draw. So if you did, like, that... That's 1. And then if you do this, that's 2. If you do that, that's 3. But then you only have to do that now. Okay, hold on. And then you only have to do 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 7. Let's try 7.
There we go. Every puzzle has an answer.
Fuck yeah, baby. Damn, I'm good. Oh. That's not how I did it, but alright. That's correct. Your first impulse might have been to divide the 36 triangles by 4. The closer look shows that each 4-triangle cluster is actually formed from 3 triangles. When you apply this way of thinking to the larger shape, you end up with the answer pictured above. Ooh. Nicely done. As you might have noticed, everyone in this town is simply crazy about puzzles. I strongly advise that you solve as many puzzles as you can. Oh, and while I'm at it, I strongly advise that you drop in on Granny Riddleton next door. Yeah. She is a veritable treasure trove of puzzle-related informalia. Just be aware that she's not always home. Ooh, Gizmo. Ooh. A gorgeous chandelier, but it's a gorgeous chandelier, but it's all tarnished. Better not touch anything, or that man will throw a fit. It's just forms and pens as far as the eye can see. Blech. Those are framed forms on the wall. What a loon. There's a bed here? Is he living in the town hall? Professor! That man is just standing there fondling all of his paper. Luke, shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you? She's here, he said? Next door? Professor, this man needs to go into therapy. Professor, this man's wife left him. I found the divorce papers. Why does he have them framed on the wall? Professor, have you noticed that this door is a different colour than all the others in the area? Look at these vines. Have you seen vines growing on any other house in St. Mystere? The nameplate on the door says House of Puzzles. Indeed. I'm not quite sure what else lies behind the door, but it's clear there are puzzles hiding inside. Sadly, the door is shut tight, and there's no sense in waiting around for it to open. Let's return later. The wife comes home from work, and she's like, oh, the day I've had. And the man's like, oh, will you fill out this complaint form? This is why I'm leaving you, Rodney. Aha, fluffy check. Purple bow, check. Sullen expression, check. No doubt about it, that's Claudia. Good eye, Luke. Now that we've located her, the question at hand is how to go about catching her. Leave this one to me, Professor. Ah, yes, I've forgotten that you have a way with animals. Well then, go right ahead. Here, Claudia, here, girl. Hey! Bye. Luke, are you alright? I'm sorry, I wasn't much help, Professor. She's far feistier than I imagined. Oh, hi. I know. Give him a pat. Hmm? Yeah, I saw that cat. You almost scratched out your eye. Help catch her, you say? Thanks, but no thanks. I like living. Did you see that ferocious beast? I'm not going anywhere near her. Could you at least tell us in which direction she ran off? I saw that killer scurry off westward. Dude, his teeth are really scary. He looks like a shark. He had fangs the size of daggers. Presuming he's not going to give me anything else. Okay, cool. Oh, I almost forgot. We ought to visit the local inn and see if we can't procure some rooms for the night. Sounds good to me, Professor. I was certain I saw an inn near the entrance to the village, just south of the plaza we're in. Let's head over right now and see if we can't set up some lodging. Is now the time? Is now really the time? Okay. So, how go things? It's the middle of the day and we're trying to find a cat. Learning the ins and outs of Saint Mystere, are you? Yep, solving puzzles is the only way to get by here. That's what the villagers value most. So, how about a puzzle right now? A little practice will keep you from embarrassing yourselves in front of others later. As a die-hard non-conformist myself, I'm a sucker for any puzzle where you need to find the odd man out. Hello. 5-card shuffle. 3 of the 4 images shown below are the exact same picture rotated in a variety of ways. Can you find the odd one out? Right, okay. So all of the suits are the same. It's gonna be about the layering, I guess. Okay, so like this is always pointing. The center spade, I guess, is always pointing. Like the center spade and the bottom of the heart are like there's a point there that they meet. And the diamond and the heart are always on top. The top club is always top. Oh, is it this one? No, wait, is it this one? Because this is tucked underneath here. It's tucked underneath there, and it's tucked underneath in B, but it's on top. I think it's D.
Well, here's my guess.
Well,
I did it! Yes!
good job. This puzzle is fairly straightforward, but catching the subtle difference in the picture can take a while. I did it! Professor! Why is this man named after his clothing? You certainly showed that puzzle who was boss, didn't you? Seems the training I've been given to you has paid off. Feel free to thank me in any way you see fit. Well, be seeing you around. Ooh, more painting scraps. Cool. Look, a hidden puzzle. My beloved. Christ, okay. A work from a famous artist was recently discovered. The painting has a self-portrait of the painter in his later years and is entitled My Beloved. Assuming the artist wasn't a huge narcissist and referring to himself, his beloved should appear in the painting somewhere. Can you find his beloved? Ah, okay. Move the different sections of a picture around with your stylus. Touch the arrow icons to rotate picture sections. When you've formed the answer, tap submit. Cool, okay. So... okay, I see. Wow, that's really hard for some reason. Oh, God, okay. Okay, I want to assume that this is facing down. Wait, I'm just recreating the picture, aren't I? Oh, it's gonna be it's the negative space. No way did I just brute force that by accident. I mean, that looks right to me. Like, I'm presuming that's not... I suppose it could be that way. No, that doesn't look right. Do we reckon it was right the first time? Like, it should go... Jimmy. Think it was right the first time? Think this looks right?
How does this sound?
No. Okay.
Oh, I was sure I had it.
Okay, that's close though. At least we know what we're looking for now. Bottom two flipped. Oh, you fucker. Okay, hold on. So we're thinking... That doesn't look right, does it? Oh, like that, maybe? Tiny neck. Pinhead looking motherfucker. I don't think that's right. I think it probably is this way. Yeah. Yeah. That looks right.
How does this sound? Professor, I've solved it.
I've solved it. That's right, the silhouette of the artist's true love was hidden in his painting. The painting must have been a tribute to his love for her. Or for himself. Easy peasy, now let's go find some more puzzles. Alright, I'll stop ignoring her. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the inn at St. Mister. We're the only inn in town, you know. You see, visitors to our little village are quite rare. Oh, good day, madam. We seek lodging for the night. Yeah, I'm like rifling through her plants. Do you have any open rooms we could rent? Oh my stars, what terrible timing. We're currently remodeling all of our guest rooms. The only rooms left are in the attic, but if you don't mind that, I'll make sure you're very comfortable. I do hope you'll stay with us. It's been a while since a fine gentleman such as yourself stayed with us. The rooms are not very big, but I'll make sure they sparkle. Can you come back in a bit? Oh, and I'll do my best to get 2 normal rooms ready for you as soon as possible. Oh, thank you, but you needn't trouble yourself on my behalf. As long as I have a bed to sleep in, I'm satisfied. Professor, this woman's got massive tits. Ah, yes, about that. Oh, what terrible luck. You see, all of the beds are out being refurnished. Refinished. But don't worry, Mama Beatrice is going to take good care of you two. I'll even drop the nightly rate. The inn option has been added. Inn is a puzzle in which you arrange items in Luke and the professor's rooms. To access it, touch the trunk icon, then touch the inn icon. I hate that, that's terrible. When you obtain a new item for Luke and the Professor, you'll be asked where you want to put it. You can always rearrange your items, so don't worry too much about where you first put an item. If one of your rooms is too full to take on new items, the item will go to the room with available space. Cool. Here's something to make the place feel a bit more like home. Wow, a stall. Oh, this is backed onto the bakery. No, that doesn't make any sense. Hello there, gentlemen. I've got a doozy of a puzzle on my hands here. Why don't you give it a go? Of dust and dustpan. Fuck's sake, more matchsticks? Can you move 2 matchsticks to change? I should probably read the puzzle, sorry. As you can see, what we've got here is some trash and a dustpan made of matchsticks. Can you move 2 matchsticks to change the picture so the dustpan is holding the trash?
That should do it.
Nailed it.
Critical thinking is the key
Hell
to
yeah.
success.
Oh yes, it's just as I expected. The first time I laid eyes on you, I knew you were a man who knows puzzles. Cool. Professor, I think I need to stop doing that. We'd better get back to searching for Claudia, Professor. Dude, we had... Okay. There you go, they quite often hide them in the windows. Aha! Look, she's like pointing at this guy. Yeah, Ferris wheel. We'll go there eventually. I'm sorry to trouble you, madam, but have you seen a white cat run by? A white cat? Ah, yes, it ran over that way, towards the park. May I ask, what are you planning on doing with it once you find it? We're going to take it back to Lady Dahlia. It's her cat and she asked us to bring it to her. Haha! And you're going to try and catch that cat bare-handed. Oh, good heavens. That's a bit naive, don't you think? Listen here, cats love treats, so try luring it over with some food. What do you suggest? I've got some old fish bones around here. I'm sure that little thing would go wild over. I'll be happy to give them to you if you solve this puzzle for me. Imagine if, like, he'd never solved a puzzle before in his life. Like, anyone else would be like, what the fuck? Why are you... What is wrong with you people? 7 prize-winning pigs are laying about in a pen. To make sure that the pigs won't fight with each other, you've decided to section off the pen with 3 ropes. Can you hitch the ropes up to some of the posts shown below and separate each pig from its neighbour? Remember, not even a snout or curly tail can sneak over each partition. I have some fish bones I'm sure that cat won't choke on. Oh yes, everyone in this village wants that cat dead. Drag the stylus from one point to another to draw a line. When you're finished sectioning off all the pigs, touch submit. God. Oh shit. I was about to be like, oh, who's the best, but... It's not gonna work. Let's try there. Try... Instead... No, not quite. Feel like I'm close. Okay, not that one. Yeah. Damn. Draw a pentagram. Or a pentagram and summon Satan from the depths. Okay. Think I'm onto something? I think this one might be wrong. Okay, hold on. Let's start with the obvious. Right, so the problem there might be that one. I don't think it can be this one. That feels right. Oh, this one. No, because now we've got 3 to section off. Wait. Wait, did I just do it? Oh. That poor pig in the middle.
That should do it. Every puzzle has an answer.
Hey up, give me them fish bones. Good job, you've made a lot of pigs very happy, except not that one in the middle, which is living its battery farm lifestyle. I must say I'm very impressed. Here you go then, some fish bones as promised. Good luck with that cat. Got some fish bones. So it would appear I have. Oh Christ, okay, right. We'll come back to this. Yeah, for sure. Been waiting for the heat to chill out. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Making it stinky. Oh, I have just had it this time. I think I'm going to explode. Like a water balloon filled with rage. What's that? Why am I angry, you ask? Why am I angry? Let me in here, will you, guy? There are these three bozos in town and we just can't stand each other. It's so bad that none of us want to see each other's ugly mugs, but St. Mystere ain't a big place, right? Sometimes we cross paths on the way to work and just like that, bam, time for a screaming match. Sure do wish we could find a way to keep from bumping into each other in the mornings. Hang on now, you look like you've got a good head on your shoulders. Do a guy a favour and help me with this. Okay, what we'll do is we will get the cat, and then after we've got the cat, I will finish up the stream. Draw a path between one man's home and his work by connecting matching blocks. The catch is that these men can't stand each other, so you have to make sure that none of the paths touch. To make a path, all you need to do is tap a block and start drawing. I love flow, so... Ooh, okay. Okay. I think I was right the first time with the A. I might not be right with C. Can do that. What if we start by doing that? No, I've cut off B. That's not gonna work. That might though. No. It would be fine if we could get up round here, but we can't. Is that gonna cut off A? That might cut off A. Yeah, that cut off A. No, now C's cut off. That's not right either. Alright. It'd be easier if it like took up like none of them, like it took up all of the route. did it.
There we go. Every puzzle has an answer.
Easy. That's right, now those guys won't even have to look at each other. Good job. Aw, thanks a million, guy. I can finally get to work without blowing my stack. I really mean it, Pally. You're a lot smarter than you look. Oh yeah, let me clue you in. See that big old mess of a tower beyond the town square? Take a tip from me. If you know what's good for you, you'll stay away from that thing. Well, right then, I'm off. Thanks again, buddy. Oh, another gizmo. Teehee. That guy gets so worked up he turns red like a tomato. He looks so dumb. No. Like, oh. I just stay away from that tower. I'm just gonna go to the tower. Da, da, da. Look, Professor. Oh, this time I'm just livid. It's just too much to take. The needle on my rough meter is completely buried. Why am I so worked up, you ask? It's this blasted puzzle. I've been trying to work it out since yesterday. Just can't get it, and it has me so steamed I can't sleep. You stupid jerk of a puzzle. Come here and take a look, will you? Look, Professor, that woman is pointing and laughing at that other man. Pill prescription. A man has been prescribed 10 pills. Starting today, he must take 1 pill a day, but because the concentration of the medicine is different in each pill, he must take them in a specific order. Since the pills all look the same, the man has decided to write numbers on each pill to help him remember the order he needs to take them in. How many pills does he have to order if he wants to keep track of the number? 9? Maybe 8? Either 8 or 9. Because if he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then obviously he doesn't have to track that last one. It's going to be the only one left. This is a 30. I feel like it's not going to be that easy. It might be 8.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
What conditions will allow you to get away with labeling fewer than all 10? Yeah, like if he takes the first one. He started today. Yeah. Watch it, it's gonna be like, actually it's 5.
There we go.
It was 8.
Another puzzle solved.
Hi Renegon, yeah, we're puzzling. Good job! Since a man has to start taking his medicine today, the first thing he should do is take today's pill. Next, he should label the pills for days 2 through 9. If he does this, he shouldn't have to label the pill for the last day. It will be the only one without a label. He only needs to label 8 pills. Not even noon yet, you still got a smooth brain. What's up? Yeah, not much. Just some puzzling. I like to think I'm okay at puzzles, but this game is humbling. What were you thinking, man? And here I was ready to solve it all by myself. Why'd you have to go and ruin everything? The nerve. But with that puzzle solved, I can finally sleep again, so I guess I owe you guys one. Thanks. I know you both have your work cut out for you, so good luck, yeah? Oh, another gizmo. How are you doing, Inferno? Oh, okay, we'll go in here. Yep, and the first thing we do is we look for hint coins. Okay, cool. So here you two are into puzzles. I can tell, it's obvious from the way you're ogling these coins. You can smell it, can't you? Well, you're right, there's a puzzle in these coins. You go to work in like 6 hours. You're hungry? That's fair. Have a look. Equilateral triangle. In the drawing below, 10 coins are arranged to form an equilateral triangle. The triangle is pointing up right now, but can you get it to point down by moving 3 of the coins? Move coins around, sliding a stylus. When you're satisfied with their position, tap the submit icon. Got it. How'd you get it to point down? And you have 1 move left. Okay. You think you know this one? Okay. Damn, I'm so close. Your brain is still smooth. Okay. You think you know this one, do you? Bottom left at the top left, yup. Bottom right, what, here? Both down a row. Oh, genius, genius. Right you are. Good job, D. Genius move.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
You're smart all the time, D. Don't sell yourself short. That's right. The interesting thing about this puzzle is the way the whole triangle changes shape with the simple shifting of a few coins. The trick is to think about the corners on the first triangle. Then it's easy to see the changes you need to make. That's a wrinkled brain at work. Yep, it's just as I thought. You guys are a bunch of puzzle nuts. St. Mystere is full of puzzle lovers like you two, but not all of them are nice like me. Watch your back. Okey-doke. Presume you have nothing else to say to me? Sorry, I don't have a puzzle for you right now. I have another one for you next time we bump into each other. Hey, this is your first time here, isn't it? Well, if you're looking for a warm meal and a hot cup of tea, you come to the right place. Strange it should be so empty if the food's as good as you say. Look, Professor. This man doesn't know how to run a business. Hey now, boy, no need to be snippy. This is just how the restaurant business is. There are times when the place is packed and times when things are quiet. If it was always the lunch rush, how would I ever prepare food for the rest of the day? Oh, and speaking of preparation, I've got myself a little problem on my hands. You see, I've got to divide this 8-quart pitcher of juice into 2 equal portions. However, for the life of me, I can't seem to find my measuring jug. I wonder if there's something I could do... I wonder if there's some way I could do it using these 5 and 3-quart pitchers I found. Okay. Here we have an 8-quart pitcher filled with juice, an empty 5-quart pitcher and an empty 3-quart pitcher. The pitchers are unmarked and your task is to divide the 8 quarts of juice so that both the 5-quart pitcher and the 8-quart pitcher are each holding exactly 4 quarts. Okay. Touch a pitcher to pick it up, move its tap the pitcher where you'd like. Okay. God, okay. Oh yeah, you can do this in like a really low number, can't you? Got 2 here. Oh god. No, that's not right. We put it into the 3. And then we put the 3 into the 5. We have 3 left. 2 left. Six. Put the 2 in there. The 1 in there. 1.
That should do it.
In before it's like, yeah, you can do this in as low a number as like, you can do this in 2 moves. Did anyone see how many moves I did it in? Well done! If you keep at it long enough, you're sure to come across a solution. The shortest possible solution requires 7 moves. Didn't? Damn. These liquid distribution problems have been around for ages, and have even been spotted in Japanese texts from hundreds of years ago. Ah, so that's how it's done. Great thinking. Thanks a lot. If I ever have troubles like this again, would you mind if I call on you for help? Okay, he probably doesn't have another for us, but we'll chat again just in case. Probably around 10. Damn. Could I interest you in a beverage? We've got great sandwiches too. Do you know what? I'm so in the mood for just like fresh bread. Like a nice, like warm, freshly baked loaf of bread. I could kill fresh bread right now. That filthy jar reminds me of a puzzle I heard once. I'd be down for that, that'd be sick. I really want to make, milk bread. Been a while. Bottle full of germs. Oh no, no. A glass jar holds a single germ. After 1 minute, the germ splits into 2 germs. 1 minute after that, the 2 germs each split again, forming a total of 4 germs. Continuing at this rate, a single germ can multiply to fill the whole jar in exactly 1 hour. Knowing this, how long in minutes would it take to fill the jar if you had 2 germs? Of 59 minutes, wouldn't it? It would just start. Because if it takes 60 minutes to start from 1, then if you're starting from 2, you're starting at the like the 2-minute mark essentially. So it'd be 59. Dude's name was Crouton. Made you want a salad?
How does this sound? Professor, I've solved it!
Winner! The answer is 59 minutes. It takes 1 minute for a single germ to split into 2, therefore starting with 2 germs instead of 1 only saves you a minute. You're spot on. Excellent job. This doll's actually kind of neat. Why don't we take it with us? But my boy, it's covered in grime. What's this? Something's hidden inside the jar. Paint scrap. I think you're right. Luke, reach your hand in and see what's inside, will you? Yeah. Layton was like, I'm not going near that shit. Fuck off. Luke needs help. Open at 10, shut at 5. Yeah. Journal. Some rascal is made off with the crank to the village drawbridge. For the moment, it seems that we're unable to leave St. Mystere. Though we're still out looking for that cat, I've decided we should make lodging arrangements before it gets too late. I recall seeing an inn around the village entrance. We've succeeded in procuring rooms for the night, but the town's only inn is undergoing renovations. As such, we'll be staying in the attic. At least I know we'll be safe. The innkeeper is a sturdy woman who no doubt knows how to wield a rolling pin when need be. Now back to looking for that cat. That's such a weird, like, observation to make. Imagine, like, looking at someone and being like, I bet you know how to wield a rolling pin when you gotta. yeah. Sure, she's put us in the attic, but like, I mean, really, what's an attic between friends? I have been making lots of jokes as Luke, so you're okay. You're well within your right to make these jokes. Oh, 100%. Professor! Why is that woman shoving her massive tits in your face? Not now, Luke. Go to bed. The adults are talking. Yeah. It's your stylus to move when you move. It appears. Yup. Both Luke and Professor Layton will comment on how the furnishings of their rooms are coming along. The goal is to arrange the ideal living space for the both of them. You can check how they feel about their rooms by tapping their icons on the touchscreen. Each time you obtain a new item, you'll be asked which room to put it in. You can always go back and change the layout. Yeah. Yup. What do you think, Luke? Massive tits. Professor! How come you've got all of the furniture, Professor? Okay, right. Let's give this fish to the cat. And then I really need to stop the stream. I don't have the time. Professor, there she is. Quickly then, use the fish bones. Here, Claudia. Come here, girl. Aww. We've done it, Professor. Here she comes. Excellent. Now we can head back to the Reinhold Manor. Reinhold. Aww, she's kind of cute. Why is she wearing eyeshadow? Chapter solved. Having successfully caught Claudia, Professor Layton and Luke decided to head back to Reinhold Manor. Are you becoming accustomed to moving around and investigating St. Mystere? Here's some advice to keep your investigation running smoothly. Some puzzles would disappear from their location in the town as the story progresses. But there's no need to worry. Most of the unsolved puzzles are sent to Granny Riddleton's shack in the village square. Visit often to track down puzzles you've passed up and work towards completing every puzzle in the game. Certainly shall. Something doesn't seem quite right, Professor. Yeah, we're still missing puzzle 8. I think we're missing quite a few now. Professor, oh, it's simply awful. Come quickly. What's the matter, Matthew? If you're worried about the cat, we've brought her back safe and sound. Oh, well, Madam will be very happy to hear that. This is no time to worry about a cat. Just hurry upstairs. Right this way, please. Ah, it's Chelmy. So you're the famous Professor Layton, then? The name's Chelmy, Inspector Chelmy. I'm the inspector on this case. Well, I'd hardly call it a case. If this is about Claudia, we've brought her back safe and sound. This is the first game, yes. Yeah. Oh, Claudia, my baby. Mama missed you so much. Why you feel like that? What's this cat doing here? Why on earth would you bring an animal into a crime scene? Have some sense. We were out when this crime took place and don't know what's going on. Could you please fill us in? There's been a murder, Professor. A man was killed here. What? Who was murdered? The Gordon. Oh. It was Simon! Oh. Moida. Child Moida. The victim was a resident of this address, one Simon Reinhold. Yeah, but we don't care about Simon. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but only Dee cares about Simon. Simon was... Approximately 2 hours ago, I received a report that a man had collapsed at Reinhold Manor. How long have we been gone? We have not been searching for a cat for 2 hours. Upon arrival at the scene, it was apparent to me that Simon was already dead. I see. And the cause of death? I'm currently conducting an investigation to look into it. He does, yeah. I'll just let you know right now, Mr. Layton, I'm looking at you as a potential suspect as well. The rest of the details concerning this investigation are classified. Speaking of the details, who placed the call to the authorities? Are your ears clogged? Are you deaf? Didn't I just tell you those details are classified? Right, everyone, I'll be taking statements from each of you in the other room. Come in one by one. Let me make this clear. Under no circumstances is anyone to leave until I've talked to everyone. Okay. That is where we're going to leave it today. We will read the journal. There's a long struggle that cost Luke some scratches to his face and perhaps his pride, but we finally managed to catch Claudia. I think now it would be appropriate to make our way back to the mansion and inform Lady Dahlia of our success. On a cliffhanger, yeah, I'm hoping to include another day in my streaming. And I would like to have a Professor Layton day. Yeah. Do you know what? That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I understand that, like, time zones are a thing, and that's obviously, like, massive pain in the bum. Okay, I'm gonna look at... oh god. Let's have a look at raiding someone, shall we? Yeah, let's go raid Velvet. Cool, okay, so with that in mind, lovely as always to chat with everyone. Next stream will hopefully be Sunday, that's not right, Friday. And I will, just give me a moment, I will hopefully see you all in Velvet's stream. Thank you everyone for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. See ya!